What up, YouTube? It's your man Hollow here in the Hollow's Den. We're gonna talk about weekly sports update. For this week, for our topics, we're gonna be talking about NBA Awards, the 2025 All NBA First Team. We got MVP. We'll be talking about all a defensive team, MVP, all defensive first team, and all rookie first team as well. And then second team, we talk about NBA draft lottery. Then talk WNBA standings update and the games they have that's going on tonight. Western Conference. Talk about that NBA Western Conference Finals update and NBA Eastern Conference Finals update. So before we get into all that, let's get into our intro. But yes, like I said, we talk about our accomplishments today. Let's get to that NBA awards list. Got a lot of awards to talk about, so we're gonna start with the All NBA First Team. We got Giannis Antetokounmpo out of Memphis. Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks, 7-time All NBA First Team member. Congrats to him. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, he made the list. First team Oklahoma City Thunder. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, congrats to him. Nikola Jokic, the Joker, is back on the list, man. I'm not surprised to see him on the list. So Joker, Nikola Jokic from Denver Nuggets. High out to you. Donovan Mitchell from the Cleveland Cavaliers, first NBA first team. So shout out to him and Jason Tatum, our last and not least. Jason Tatum, prayers up to Jason Tatum. Hope everything go well for you in this surgery. Just recover yourself, stay sharp, stay mental. Keep your mental sharp, and just stay the course. Just attack that rehab. With passion. Just you'll be just fine. Let's get to that second NBA second team. You got Jalen Brunson out of the New York Knicks. You got Stephen Curry from the Golden State Warriors. Anthony Edwards from Minnesota Timberwolves, LeBron James, Los Angeles Lakers, Evan Mobley, Cleveland Cavaliers. So that second team look nice. That second team do really look nice. So we definitely like that second team. Like them first four: Brunson, Curry, Ant-Man, LeBron. It's crazy. Then Evan Mobley, center. So I like it. Look at that third team, All NBA third team members. Cade Cunningham from the Detroit basketball is on the list. First and foremost, Tyrese Haliburton, most overrated. Indiana Pacers is on the list. James Harden from the Los Angeles Clippers. Good season from Harden. Um, good series. Had a good season, man. So shout out to James Harden, still kicking, still doing what he's doing, looking effective. Karl-Anthony Towns made this list, and Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City Thunder. So you got three teams that have two players on this list. You got Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley. You got Jalen Brunson, and Karl-Anthony Towns. And then you got SGA and Jalen Williams. So you got three members, three NBA teams that have two players on the All NBA first, second, and third team. So shout out to everybody that was announced. You know, uh, it was a hell of a season. Uh, well, well deserved rewards. For everybody. And I don't think nothing. I don't think nothing was wrong here. I think everything was right. Everything was right. Shout out to Jalen Williams, man. He been having this great year, man. Good year, man. Just evolving, offense, defensively. Let's get it. So let's get to that next award. Most valuable player. Most valuable player. We're gonna go from NBA. Kia, most valuable player is Shea Gilgeous Alexander from the Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA, man, was well deserved. Back to back, number one seed, scoring title again. Everything went good for them. So I'm just really happy for him. But Shea Gilgeous Alexander, he ranked first in points per game. He ranked first in field goals made. He ranked first in the plus minus. He ranked first in net rating. First in 20-point games. First in 30-point games. First in 40-point games, and then first and 50-point game. Then you got fourth in offensive rating. He got sixth in defensive rating. So let's not get it twisted, man. My boy played defense, not just offense, defense as well. Since the defense rate and second in steals. So Shea Gilgeous Alexander, man, most valuable player, well deserved, man. You see, man, and this guy, he has been taking them, took the most drives to the rim since 2020. It's SGA. So y'all call him the foul merchant. He's the one to create the fouls. I mean, he doing what he doing. He's crafty. He's shifty. He knows what he's doing. He can score in a lot of ways. In that mid range, everything there, man. Wow, that mid range is dead. That mid range dead. But let's get to our All NBA defensive team. So we're gonna start with the first team. Dyson Daniels, the Great Barrier Thief from the Atlanta Hawks, has made this list. Uh, could have won Defensive Player of the Year. Let's get to our second player. Lou Dort from Oklahoma City Thunder is on this list. Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors made this list. Evan Mobley, the Defensive Player of the Year, is on the list. And this last but not least, Amin Thompson, man, from the Houston Rockets. Young boy been balling, man. Young boy got clamps. Young boy don't play, man. He don't play, man. I mean, I just love. I seen from defensively, he just got the energy, man. He got the energy. He bring it every night. Give me Russell Westbrook vibes, man. He give me Russell Westbrook vibes with the energy side, like the just man, he just 110%. No plays off, man. That's the man Thompson, man. See him play, he just hell of a player, hell of a defender. That off his game, it could get even better though. That mid range game, he got a little solid mid range game. So he get that 3 point shot down, get that three down right, and you already know how to attack the basket. You're a good slasher. You know how to attack the basket. So it's like, wow. But still, more room for improvement, my guy. More room for improvement. Second team, All NBA first. I mean, All NBA defensive team. The second team, you got Tumani Kumar. Most people might not know about him. He plays for the Portland Trailblazers. He comes off the bench for them. But hell of a defender though. Hell of a defender. Um, he was not probably in the top six in steals this season, but not probably that top 10 in steals. But he was a good defender. I seen him 20 important trouble every game. I watched about a good five of them, and when I seen this guy play, he played good. He played well on the defensive end. So Chauncey Billups had the young players buying in. So let's not get so talking Port Trevor. They had a good second half of the season. I wanted them to go, to the make it to the play in, but they had a lot of losses before they made their little second half run. But it's all right, it's all right. But second, Rudy Gobert from the Minnesota Timberwolves made this list. Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Memphis Grizzlies on this. Jalen Williams, all NBA second team. Jalen Williams of Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out to J Dub, man, getting it done. And last but not least, my boy Ivica Zubac from the Los Angeles Clippers, man. Zubac had a great year. I mean, he had great year, man, for real. Zubac averaged, 2010, man. Just a very underrated year, for real. But defensively, he was a dog, too, man. So it was like, shout out to Zubac, the Clippers, Ty Lue and everybody, Jeff Van Gundy, everybody on the coaching staff. Everybody bought in. And, the Clippers, they had a good season. It was a first round exit, but it was still a good season. But let's get to that was our All NBA first team and second team. And we'll go over again. Dyson Daniels, Lou Dort, Draymond Green, Evan Mobley, Amin Thompson's the first team. In the second team, we got Tumani Kamara, Portland Trailblazers, Rudy Gobert, Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaren Jackson Jr., Memphis Grizzlies, Jalen Williams, Oklahoma City Thunder, and Ivica Zubac, Los Angeles Clippers. Last but not least, but let's get to our NBA All Rookie first team. Stephon Castle, the Rookie of the Year, no brainer, is on this list. Zach Edey from the Memphis Grizzlies. Uh, Man, low post double double, man. He was doing good this season for the Memphis Grizzlies, so he made this list a hell of a year. Zakier Ricochet for the Atlanta Hawks, first overall pick, is on this list. We got Alex Sarr, second overall pick for the Washington Wizards, made this list. My boy Jalen Wills for the Memphis Grizzlies is definitely on this list as well. For the Memphis Grizzlies. But yeah, so for our first, second, our All NBA rookie first team, Stephon Castle, Zach Edey, Zakier Ricochet, Alex Sarr, and Zaylen Wells, all for the NBA rookie first team. That's right. Second team got Montes Bazelis, Bub Carrington is on this list. Donovan Clingan, Yavis Messi, Kel Ware, all on this list for the second team. So Montes Bazilis for the Chicago Bulls, Bub Carrington for the Washington Wizards, Donovan Clingan for the Portland Trailblazers, and Vince Messi for the New Orleans Pelicans, and Kale Ware for the Miami Heat. Kale Ware, he had a good second half of the season, man. Good stretch for almost averaging 19 and 10 for the Miami Heat. Invest Messi had a good first half of the year. I think he had ended up getting a little injury, but when he was there, he was playing good for the Pelicans. Well, Pelicans had an injury real season, but Messi when playing, he was balling for the Pelicans. Donovan Clingan, who had a good second half of the year for the Portland Trailblazers, ended up taking DeAndre Ayton's spot and taking his minutes. But he had a good second half of the year and clinked well with the Portland Trailblazers starters and ended up making getting more minutes as the season went along during the season. Bub Carrington for the Washington Wizards, a good six-man spark plug for the Wizards. He was a good player, a good shot selector. You know, he's still crafty and a shot young. But the poor Washington Wizards, they have a lot of young playmakers there. So we'll see how that goes for the Wizards in the upcoming season, who have, I think, the sixth overall pick in the NBA draft. And Matas Bazulis for Chicago Bulls. Matas Bazulis for the Chicago Bulls. He was a good season as well. Um, definitely, he could be part of the Chicago Bulls' future. Chicago Kobe White, who's going to be hitting the free agency. We don't know how that goes. So you still got Josh Giddey, Bazelis. We don't know much about the Bulls, but Bazelis had a good year for the Chicago Bulls. He's still athletic and raw. Came out of the G League, United League team. So I think he's going to be still evolving more, but still a good season. And he made his second overall, second team for all NBA rookie team. Hmm? Yeah. Our NBA draft lottery is next. Let's get to our NBA draft lottery. Draft lottery. Mavs with the first overall pick. So Dallas Mavericks, they have the first overall pick. Are they going to get Cooper Flag? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We gonna see. Second overall pick. The San Antonio Spurs are on the clock. The Spurs, they have a lot of picks. They had the 14th pick as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see. Third overall pick, you got the Philadelphia 76ers on the clock. Sixers, they could, I don't know, but I just don't want Ace Bailey going to the Philadelphia Sixers. That's just my opinion. So hopefully they don't draft him because I just, I don't know. I don't think it's a good fit. I don't think it's a good fit. Ace Bailey going to the Sixers, that's a no no. But for our fourth overall pick, the Charlotte Hornets are on the clock, and the Hornets have they got some things they need to do. They got some things they need to do. I see the Hornets doing a trade, man, doing a trade. They trade somebody or trade a pick. I don't know, trade pick. I see Charlotte Hornets doing a trade, man. They gotta do a 2-1. They gotta do something. They gotta do something to upgrade this roster. I just don't think they just gonna draft somebody and I don't know. I just see a trade happening. Something's happening. Something's happening in Charlotte. I don't know, but they doing something more than just picking Dylan Harper or whatever. Whoever's going to be there. I think Dylan Harper's going to be there. He is going to get picked. Hopefully he gets picked there. That'd be a good fit. But we'll see. We'll see. I've heard that Brandon Miller is the only player untouchable on the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. I mean, are key cornerstone pieces for the Charlotte Hornets. So we're going to see what the Hornets do. Like I said, it might be a 2-1 trade. We'll see. But the Hornets have the fourth overall pick, and they've got some things to do. Fifth overall pick, the Utah Jazz, who had the worst record last year, still didn't manage to get the first pick, but they got the fifth overall pick. They got a lot of key young players on there: Walker Kessler, Keontae George, Isaiah Collier, Kyle Filipowski. So I like the players they got over there. Watching Laurie Markin is still there. Um, Trade Jordan Clarkson. Just trade him. Trade him. Like just get him out of there, man. There's a lot of young players there. Just get him out of there. Let him be a spark plug for a contender. Utah Jazz trade him or whatever his contract is. Get him out of this. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing with him. Get Jordan Clarkson out of there to a new team. Let's get it. For our sixth overall pick, the Washington Wizards are on the clock. Washington Wizards, they have they have second, almost the second to last best record, last worst record in the league. But Chris Middleton came there like later in the season. Alex Sarr had a proven season, had a good productive season, 13.6 rebounds. So he had a good season. You still got Jordan Poole there. Poole party was in effect, who was there in full effect. Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, AJ Washington. So you have some pieces there. Just want to see how does it pan out and what do the Wizards do next season and what they do with the sixth overall pick next month. Seventh pick got the New Orleans Pelicans on the clock. The Pelicans, they had an injured release, injured riddled season last year, this past season, and it was just crazy. It was just tough. Brandon Ingram got traded, so I mean, got a little fresh start there. We'll see how that goes for the Pelicans. Zion Wilson, I am told he will be traded. I know Joe Dumars is the GM, but Pelicans front office was told that the only thing you do, we don't care what you do, but you gonna trade Zion. So they're trying to get Zion out of there. I don't know when and where, but I know Zion will be traded this offseason. And as the Pelicans go to a new direction with their new general manager, Joe Dumars. So for the Pelicans, it's gonna they have the seventh overall pick. Don't know what they'll get. Probably a guard or wing. CJ McCollum's getting up there in age, and you do need some more scoring, more scoring. Now DeJounte Murray's on the, he's coming off the injury, so I see them getting a guard here with the seventh overall pick. The Brooklyn Nets are on the clock. They have the eighth overall pick in the NBA draft, and for the Brooklyn Nets, I see them getting a forward, a wing. They just gotta play defense, man. They just gotta play defense. Brooklyn, they had some games where it was good. They had a better record than the 76ers, but Brooklyn just needs to play defense consistently. So get a wing player, get somebody that could guard these players and make it a tough night for these players in the Eastern Conference all over the injury age. So Brooklyn Nets, I see them getting a one wing. For the ninth overall pick, the Toronto Raptors are on the clock. The Raptors who got Brandon Ingram, you still got Scotty Barnes there. So Raptors, we don't know what they'll do. We don't know what they'll do. I think they'll get a guard. And I think they need to score a point guard. Nigga, point guard, well, point guard be a nice selection for the Raptors. But we'll see how this goes. But we'll see how this goes. Brandon Eagles there, Scotty Barnes, so you still have pieces there. It's still they're young as well. So, but still gotta make a move. Still gotta make a move. Still gotta be aggressive. Still gotta do something to get better than last season. 10th overall pick, the Houston Rockets have the 10th overall pick, and the Rockets we could do a lot of things this offseason. They could try to get Kevin Durant. They could try to trade for him. They need more scoring. They need more scoring. Jalen Green was, a little inconsistent. In the playoffs, man, come on, you having scoring 38, then going back to 8 points and 7 points and 15. What? Come on, man, you gotta step it up. Gotta be better. Gotta work on that consistency this offseason. Work on that. And for the Houston Rockets, they need to score. I'm just saying they need to score. Fran VanVleet is getting older, so try to get another point guard. We don't know what they're doing. Some I don't know. Reed Shepard, Cam Whitmore, cause I love Cam Whitmore. So man, I don't know what the hell the Portland. I mean Houston Rockets are going to do, man. So shooting guard, what do the Rockets need, man? What do the Rockets need? I don't know. So we just gonna go on to the next team. Last 11 pick. The Portland Trailblazers are on the clock. The Trailblazers, I see them getting the power forward for them. They have Dylan Clingan, they got Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp there. So they can either get a wing or a power forward, a small forward, power forward. I see them getting a power forward, a stretch forward with the Portland Trailblazers and the young guns that they have in Portland. Hopefully they don't trade nobody as in Anthony Simmons. Keep him there. Keep him there. Portland. Don't trade him. Um, yeah, so Trailblazers, they had 11th pick, and I had them picking the power forward. The 12th pick, you got the Chicago Bulls on the clock. The Bulls, who got Kobe White going to free agency. Will they pick a point guard? We don't know who they'll pick, but for Portland, the Chicago Bulls, they still got Josh Giddey there as well. So man, just Chicago Bulls, they just gotta get better. Get Nikola Vucevic out of there. Start young. They got young players there. He's old. Get him out of there. Trade him to Golden State. Trade him somewhere. Just get Vucevic out there, and we trying to start fresh. Trying to start fresh in Chicago with the new direction there with the young guns. But hopefully they retain Kobe White, so y'all don't have to draft a point guard or a guard. But yeah, um, Chicago Bulls probably get another small forward or power forward. I'm not big on Patrick Williams. I just think he's good. He's a good defender. But just the offense game is not really there. So I just try to get another stretch forward for the Bulls. It's like I said with the Blazers. Both I see both of them try to get power forwards. For the 13th pick, got the Atlanta Hawks on the clock, and the Hawks, I see them getting a guard, going scoring. You have Dyson Daniels, you have Trey Young, but Dyson Daniels is not as offensively good, but he's getting there. He's getting there. It's not diminish his game. I see him ball offensively, but gotta be consistent with it. But I see them get a score with Zakier Ricochet. You still got Jalen Johnson coming off that injury for the Atlanta Hawks. So Hawks they need a score. I think they will get a guard or a small forward, but we'll see how that goes. And hopefully Jalen Johnson comes back better next season, healthy. Prayers to him. He had a solid season. He was clowning for the Hawks. I was hurt that he had got injured last season. But hey, on the new better on to the better season though. So for the Hawks, they had 13th overall pick, not having to get a guard. The last and 14th pick in the NBA lottery, the San Antonio Spurs on the clock. They can use this pick to try to trade for Giannis. We'll see how they go, or they can use it for depth in the guard. They have a lot of guards. They have a lot of guards. Chris Paul is there. We don't know if he's gonna stay. We don't know if he's gonna resign. We don't know if he's gonna leave. It's a 1 year rental, I think. So we'll see how that free agency goes, or you put up that option, the free agency, and then test free agency market. I heard Portland Trailblazers were interested in him, so we'll see how that goes for Clippers. Stephon Castle is there though. But they have Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes. Hopefully, I don't know if they're going to put Keldon Johnson or Barnes in them trade packages for they trade for Giannis or whatever the case may be. If they trade for somebody, but um, so I hear them seeing them getting a small forward, probably. But I really want them to get a shooting guard, another shooting guard, for the San Antonio Spurs. So I see them getting a guard as well. So shooting guard for the San Antonio Spurs. But let's get to our WNBA. Our next topic we're talking about WNBA. But yeah, not the WNBA. We're talking about the NBA playoffs, Western Conference, and Western Conference update. But yes, that man and the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference. This we're here. This was a great series. This is not even a great series. This is crazy. But Oklahoma City Thunder last night, who take a 3-1 series lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves, game 4 in Minnesota. Oklahoma City Big Three, they combined for 96 points last night. SGA had 40 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds last night. Jalen Williams with 34 points, 6 3 pointers made. That was his career high, playoff career high, 34 points and 6 3-point made. Chet Holmgren with 21 points, 7 rebounds. OKC defense again made it difficult for the Wolves. Julius Randle only had 5 points last night in 28 minutes. What is going on? What's going on, bro? Like you have two 20-point games and then 2 games under 10 points. I'm not seeing the consistency, my guy. What's going on? You letting these media guys saying what's right about you. I mean, come on, guys, show me better. Randall is but Anthony Edwards, he had 16 points last night. It was 5 of 13 from the field. He had 1 of 7 from three though. It was like he said in the interview, he made right plays, but you still shot 1 7 for three. Just still gotta be more aggressive, man. Rudy Gobert, where have Rudy Gobert been this season? This series, non-effective. This series has 26 points total altogether. This series, 26 points total. Last series was like a beast against the Lakers, but this series, I just Hardenstein and Chet Holmgren. I don't know what they're doing, but I guess it's not getting. I mean, that 13 points last night, 9 rebounds, but come on, man. Come on, man. Do something. Y'all not getting Randall not doing something. Get Rudy involved. Like get the lives, pick and roll, something. What's going on? Like get this man involved in something. But 2 games, like I said, Randall had 2 games with 20 points, and then 2 games with under 10 points. Like where's consistency? Oklahoma City is undefeated this season with SGA attempts 10 or more free throw attempts. So basically, when this man is aggressive and going attacking the rim, they're just unstoppable. Then when others like Jalen Williams, he stepped it up last night. Chet Holmgren with 20, 21, 7 rebounds. It just like it's hard to beat. Casey Waller, Alex Caruso, man, Luke Dort made it tough on Anthony Edwards, and that defense was just everybody was just swarming, man, contesting the shot, just in their grill, just making it a tough night for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nikhil Alexander Walker and Dante Davidson both had 20 plus points off the bench last night, but it just wasn't enough for the Timberwolves, whose starters just looked up. Jay McDaniels did have 22 points, but he plays good at home. We're gonna see how he plays in Game 5 in OKC. Can he play a good game there? Can he play a good game there? Because season's on the line now, and going back to OKC with the season on the line. Do something. Do something about it. Do something about that. But yeah, that's the Western Conference. We're gonna talk about the West Conference final update, but we'll talk about that Eastern Conference final update. We ain't done yet. We're gonna talk about that Eastern Conference final update. For the Eastern Conference Finals, man, the Indiana Pacers, they have a 2-1 series lead against the New York Knicks. In the game 3, Indiana, for the Pacers, it was a tale of two halves. The Pacers looked like they were in total control, up 20 going into halftime. Before the Knicks, the third quarters would lead to the comeback for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, who had his fifth foul, sat most of the quarter on the bench for the third quarter. The New York Knicks were plus 12 with him on the bench. And Cat Williams took charge of that game, man. 24 points, 15 rebounds. Brunson did finish the game with 23. He did come back later on in the fourth quarter and help seal things off for the Knicks. But for the Knicks, like Landry Shamet, Deuce McBride, OG Anunoby, man, it was key players, man. They was just valuable minutes, using their minutes wisely, man. Offensively, defensively, and that defense New York had in the third and fourth quarter, man. The Pacers' offense just this is not was not there in the second half. It really disappeared. They weren't consistent with the shot selection, bad shot selections overall. Cat Carty Towns, he had a hell of a game. James Brunson was 99 from the free throw line. Josh Hart, he looked like he was back himself. He only had 8 points, 10 rebounds, but the defense was there and controlling there, getting the offensive rebounds. So like I said, them 10 rebounds, that was looking like himself. But the Knicks, they did what they had to do. I almost wrote them off at halftime, but they came back in that third quarter and made it was like everything. Aaron Neesmith went down with an ankle injury, and after that, it was like the Knicks took more momentum away from the Pacers. More momentum away. It was, they just kept going at them. And the Pacers second half, like I said, it was just a tale of two halves. The offense just took took the foot off the gas, and just didn't make costly decisions. Bad shot selection in the fourth quarter. They couldn't create a good shot. Um, the Pacers still have a 2-1 series lead. They have not won a game 3 yet this playoffs, I think. But games 1 and games 4 and 5, the Pacers are almost undefeated. So game 4 is tonight, and we're gonna see how the Pacers do and how they respond. And the lead, and if they get a lead tonight, what can they do to keep that lead and not give it away for Knicks and not get stagnant and cluster offense. But so game 4 is tonight. Get ready for that. Get your popcorn ready. But yeah, Rick Carlisle definitely had to look at the film and get some adjustments made for tonight's game. But that was all we got for the NBA. So let's get to that WNBA, man. Our WNBA team, man. We're gonna talk about our WNBA. It was very good for the WNBA season so far. The first week was in full effect for WNBA. We got the Minnesota Lynx and New York Liberty both remain undefeated in the top spots through week 1 and lead their respective conferences. Starting the season off. Seattle Storm, who started the season off 0-1, they ended up winning 3 straight, so now they're second in the West. The new look Atlanta Dream and Phoenix Mercury, they are both 3-2. They both had 3 wins this season, so they're both 3-2 in the season. Shout out to them. And let's get to the standings. Like I said, the Minnesota Lynx, The Western Conference standings, Minnesota Lynx are 4-0. Number one, number two is Seattle Storm are 3-1. The Lynx and Storm play tonight. We'll be getting that and talk about that in a second. The Phoenix Mercury, they are third, 3-1 in the West. The Golden State Valkyries, new team, they are 2-1. They're fourth in the West. Las Vegas Aces are 2-2. They're fifth in the West. The Los Angeles Sparks, they're sixth in the West at 2-3. And the Dallas Wings are 0-4, seventh in the West. But so that's what stands for the West. For the Eastern Conference, you have the New York Liberty, who are first at 3-0. Number two are Atlanta Dream. They're 3-2. Number three, the Indiana Fever. We're going to be out with Caitlin Clark for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. So they're 2-2 right now. Kelsey Mitchell. I look to see Kelsey Mitchell and Leah Boston have more, get more shots up. Leah Boston been balling, but I see Kelsey Mitchell going back to what she been doing, what she been in Indiana for. She already Indiana take care of business. Now she gonna go back, get pursue and tie. Washington Mystics, they're fourth. They are 2-3 on the season. Chicago Sky at fifth with 0-3, and the Connecticut Sun are sixth with 0-4. For our WNBA, we got our games tonight. The Wings, uh, Dallas Wings at the Connecticut Sun. Both teams are winners tonight, but they're playing right now, so winner will be crowned tonight. Golden State Valkyries at the New York Liberty. That is going on. Golden State Valkyries are a new team. New York Liberty are undefeated. So Golden State Valkyries, can they knock them off on the road? Get a road where Hugh Rose ran in New York. We'll see. We'll see. Seattle Storm and Minnesota Lynx. That's going to be a good game. The top two teams in the West, 8 o'clock p.m. All games on WNBA League Pass. Nafisa Collier has been balling for Minnesota Lynx, man. She should be the MVP this season. I know it's only the first week, it's so early, but she's a great player, great player, great player. And Seattle Storm, they have Skylar Diggins, Gabby Williams, and Nneka Ngumake has been balling. That's what they got it together. Mega Boy is a hell of a defender. Dominique Malanga is still off the bench for them. So got some peace there in Seattle Storm. And like I said, they're 3-1. And they're at Minnesota tonight in the Lynx. Atlanta Dream at the Los Angeles Sparks. So the Dream go on the road to LA to the Sparks at 10 p.m. tonight. The Sparks play very good at home. Atlanta falters on the road, so we'll see how that goes. Can Atlanta get a big road win tonight to stay at number two in the East, top of standing? So Sparks and Atlanta Dream tonight at 10 p.m. Chicago Sky at the Phoenix Mercury. That is going to be a good game, but Phoenix Mercury Phoenix Mercury just good at home. They're just very good at home, man. Very very good at home. Natasha Cloud, Leah Thompson, Alyssa Thompson is there. No, Natasha Cloud left, but Alyssa Thomas, man, is there. She's balling. So Tusa Bali has been a great addition there to the Ford Phoenix Mercury, and don't forget Kalia Copper. She's going to be back, but man, I mean, Mercury's there. They play good at home, so I got the Mercury tonight. Phoenix Mercury for that. And yeah, that's what we got for today, man. So that's our WNBA standings. It's gonna be a tough, good season for WNBA. But like I said, for our standings again, the Western Conference, Minnesota Lynx are 1-4-0, Seattle Storm 3-1. They're two. Phoenix Mercury 3-1. The Golden State Valkyries are 2-1, and the Las Vegas Aces are 2-2. Los Angeles Sparks are 2-3. Then Dallas Wings 0-4. Then the East Conference, New York Liberty stands alone, undefeated, 3-0. Atlanta Dream are 3-2. The Indiana Fever are 2-2. The Washington Mystics, they are 2-3. Chicago Sky are 0-3. Um, the Connecticut Sun are 0-4. So that's our standings for the East and Western going tonight. Like I said, Wings and Sun tonight. Golden State Valkyries at the New York Liberty. Seattle Storm, Minnesota Lynx. Good one, good one. Atlanta Dream at Los Angeles Sparks and Chicago Sky at the Phoenix Mercury. I was getting confused with this last game because I was thinking about the first game because Chicago Sky are winless. So if you see me a little cluster in that one, that was just me overthinking. But Phoenix Mercury, I see them getting the win tonight at home. They play great at home. Sabali and Alyssa Thompson, man, they've been balling. They've been balling, and you just gonna see more. We're gonna see more of the Phoenix Mercury this season. And when Kalia Copper gets back, it's gonna get scary. So that's all we got today, man. It's your man Hollow here in the Hollow's Den. We're here for another weekly sports update. But also, before we get out of here, we don't really have much NFL news, but we are 100 days away from the NFL season, and OTA start today. So that's all we got for NFL. But let you know we still on it. Training camp will be in July, then preseason. So everything's just everybody just getting ready and about to get ready to learn their new offense, their new playbooks and everything. But OTAs did start today, and it's 100 days away from the season over. In Philly, they play them Cowboys, but Cowboys. But anywho, go Eagles, man. The Cowboys ain't won nothing since I've been here on this earth. Eagles won two. We won two of them things, man. Shout out to the Eagles. Go Eagles. Eagles all day. Fly, Eagles, fly. Tell them, man, hello here and hello then. Sports Ball, we here with another week. Sports Week update. We'll be back next week with updates on Western Conference and Eastern Conference Finals. Talk about the NBA mock draft. We're doing NBA mock draft as well. We talk about that. So I'm gonna be looking at mock drafts tonight and be updating y'all next week about the NBA mock draft. When the NBA draft is next month, the NBA finals start June 5th. So we got a lot of things on the way still. Big three is be starting up next month, June 14th. So we got some things on the way. It's not over. It's not over. Nothing's never over. Content is still being created. It's your man Hollow here, the Hollow Day Sports Ball. We are out.